Will you believe me, I came to eat fish? Or I came to release a book? I have come in search of a person who has escaped from Bangalore. I wanted to know what he is doing here. Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar. So much of silence. But you know very well I don't belong to any political party. Do I? Do I? When I was coming to Trivandrum, people from different parts of the country, and a lot of people from Kerala, he says, why are you here? Don't go. We love you, Chalam. I'm an artist. I am not a politician in electoral politics. But I believe that every citizen is in politics. And I believe I am not only loved for the work I have done. I am loved because I am not silent. I love Kerala. That brings me here. Because the Raja, my Challam Modi, his rule I am not comfortable with. I have high hopes on Kerala. I have always said that I breathe freely in Kerala. I have always said the cleanest temples in this country are in Kerala. Beautiful masjids are in Kerala. Wonderful churches are in Kerala. Most religious people with so much of spirituality are in Kerala. It's God's own country, but I love Kerala because God is not in politics here. But the time has come, a worrying sign, that is somebody playing the religious game here. So it is my duty at this point of time not to sit on the fence and say, let people decide. Because I have always relished, I have felt liberated being the voice of the people. Through you, I want to talk to people of Kerala and especially Thiruvananthapuram, Trivandrum. Do you ask questions or should I talk for a few more minutes? Few more minutes. This is my appeal to the people that this election is one of the most important elections of our times for this country. What with my perception, what with my understanding, with my experience, with my exposure to secular thinking, we few people had foreseen this Raja who will destroy this country in the next 5 years. He has ruled for another 5 years. This election is the most important election to save democracy, save our institutions, save our harmony, save our peace, and undo what this Rajavu has done with his bunch of jokers. I appeal that, it is not a state election. Democracy, when it was formed, when we dreamt, when we promised ourselves, it was a federal state. Because India cannot have one leader. We did not want Rajavus and their Asthanas. We thought we will rule ourselves. Because we are diverse. We cannot have one farm law in this country. If you want to understand India, coastal Kerala has a different agricultural practice. Hilly Assam has a different agricultural practice. Farmers by the river are different. Their cultures are different. Their food is different. You can't have one king. We together have to survive. And that togetherness is being destroyed. One language, one religion, one food, which is very dangerous, and we are on the verge of realizing that danger. And I see this man, Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, who has been for 3 times for the last 18 years a Rajya Sabha MP of Karnataka, my state, who has not raised a question, who has not worked for a state where he was there for such almost 2 decades. I want to tell you that he was there and he has not been given a seat there. He is coming here and claiming that he is a leader. A place where he was there for 18 years. And especially the last term where Karnataka gave 25 MPs. And this man, as a Rajya Sabha and the finance minister of this country. And in Karnataka today we are searching them. Because for the first time in the history of Indian politics, a state government has gone with a case to the Supreme Court against the central government for our drought relief. And the Rajavu and his comedians have the audacity to tell the Supreme Court that the state government could have come to the center, but they have gone to the Supreme Court during election time. So please don't send us notice. This Rajavu has a problem. We have heard of Vikram and Betal story. Like that, this Rajavu, when he gets up in the morning, by evening he has to tell 100 lies. Otherwise his head will go into pieces. And we, the government, we, the people of Karnataka, told the Supreme Court that as per the rules, we have to announce that it's a drought-hit state by October, and we have to send the report. We did that in September itself. In November, we went to the Rajavu and this Chanakya, the Home Minister. Is Rajavu playing the game here too? So we submitted in September. In November, December, we went with a shawl, bouquet to the Rajavu and his Home Minister. Till March, they didn't do anything. If they had released our money, our drought-hit farmers per head would have got to 10 to 13,000 rupees. And this is what this man has not raised a voice there. And I was looking through his affidavit. I'm very happy to know, I don't know if I have to be sad to know, it's a joke. He is poorer than me. How can he be poorer than me? I don't understand. He says 22, this thing he has paid around 606 rupees. I paid 2.5 crores as taxes, I say. If I don't pay tax, the country will come against me because I pay tax so that it is distributed to the country, to different people, that I need not be wealthy alone. My income tax sits on me. And I want to ask you people, do you believe that he is poorer than me? In this party, they are a group of liars. There is one king from Mysore who is now a BJP candidate. He is the king of Mysore, son of the king of Mysore. You know what his affidavit says? Something similar to this. His assets are around 6 to 9 crores. He has cash worth 1,65,000. His wife has 50,000. His son has 5,000. All of them don't own a car, no house. He is living in an outhouse of a palace. And this man could flash his foreign cars, runs a media house in this country, and says he is poor. He has assets across the world. He is intelligent enough to evade tax. And if the Rajavu of this country want to punish those who cheat the poor by not sharing their wealth, shouldn't be this fellow be the number one criminal? So I have come in search of him and to ask you, can you please give me his address? I want to go and ask him all these questions through you. And I dare him to come here next to me and answer my questions in front of you. How can they cheat? And I had a lot of political parties and social activities. They said that we have given it to the concerned department. We have complained. I said, why do you give complaint to the thief himself? The thief, they know how to get out of it. This party knows how to get out of all this. When they can bring in electoral bonds to this country, they can take the highest amount of electoral bonds, and the Supreme Court says illegal. And the Raja who other day says everybody will be caught. And the finance minister has the arrogance to say that if we come back, we'll bring back the electoral bonds. And you promised no Bhrashtachar. And this man represents that party. I want to tell the people of Kerala and Thiruvananthapuram, he is going to drown you. This fellow who claims himself as a Malayali could not ask his Raja why 500 rupees of flood relief was not given when Raja was busy making a 3,000 crore statue and taking a selfie. This man could not ask his party and his Raja what is happening in Manipur. He could not talk to his Raja about the farmers. And now he is coming and trying to promise heaven and earth. He is missing from Karnataka because this time if he stands there, because he has never fought an election, he has muzzled himself through in the politics through money, through siphon. He may be a very intelligent man, but sin will catch him up one day, and I am in search of him. So I ask the people now, what do you decide here in Trivandrum? Because I wouldn't have come to Kerala because Kerala always gave me hope that money doesn't play a part here. Religion doesn't play a part here because they were the conscience of this country. But today they say that these viruses are seeping in and people who have worked, great leaders, great statements are worried. Will they grow with their vote share? I have come to request the people of Kerala, don't let us down. Because you have always been an inspiration. You are the ones with high literary rate. You are the ones where there are boards outside shops, don't talk politics. That much of political awareness are with you that how are you letting this virus inside? Why are you doing this to yourselves? This is not done. Because I know people of Kerala love me a lot and I love them a lot and it hurts me to know that where I was supposed to be safe, where there is hope, why are these people coming down? And we need to understand their narrative. With a very heavy heart, I am trying to explain the narrative. You have to be careful. They are talking about, he comes from a party which says they are going to have 400 power. When the Raja is saying 400 plus, I can see, hear the shiver in his voice. He is afraid. If this fellow's party was confident of 400 par, why are they taking murderers, robbers, rapists into their party? Why are they buying MPs? Why are they breaking governments? Why does a non-BJP ruled state always have a problematic governor in this country? Why is he always figuring? He reminds me, this fellow's party reminds me of Hitler. You know, Hitler had this mass psychology, wherein nobody can come near Rajavu. The Rajavu will walk. There will be flowers. There will be people. People have to be outside the barricade to feel that somebody is coming. It is to mesmerize a narrative. We have had more MLAs of a single party in the history of this country. They don't have that much, but they are building a narrative. But today, they have denied South India, not only Kerala, not only Karnataka, even Tamil Nadu. With GST, with our tax money, we have been successful in bringing our population down. North has not been, but we are still sharing per head. How much will you bleed? Why does Raja, who does not give money, their own money of any state where his party is not there? How can this man and his party bring down governments which has not voted them? Every MP on this party's name you send, I am telling lakhs and lakhs of voters, all your lakhs and lakhs of votes will become one vote for that Raja. It is your responsibility to see what sort of parliamentarians you need. He is one of those parliamentarians of Rajavu's government. One parliamentarian who is standing for election, actress says Subhash Chandra Bose was the first prime minister. There is one more parliamentarian who is standing for election who acted in a television serial called Ram, who has taken himself very seriously. I think they can win. An exterior actress called Hema Malini holding a sickle and giving a photo shoot of a farmer. And there were a lot of monkeys in her constituency. Her solution was, let us grow fruit plants in the forest so that the monkeys will go away. And this fellow who cheats, who lies, who runs a media house in Karnataka only to be the voice of the Raja. I had gone to his media house once because they keep asking me, because I give interviews everywhere and I don't let him because I know what they want. Very recently, around 6-7 months back, this man's channel was behind me. One interview, sir. 1-to-1, sir. We will not edit anything, sir. I said, okay. I went for the interview. As I was having my tea, they said, sir, we were changing the format of the interview. It will be like Aaj Ki Adalat. I said, what is it? So 15 people from different political parties will come together and they will ask questions you have to answer. I said, okay. And I went inside the studio. There were 30 people. Majority with that kandwa. 2 AAP with the hat, 1 JDS, 2 Congress. I knew I was walking into a trap. The Sanatan Dharma debate was going on very big. For a moment, I thought, should I leave? Because this is not what I came in. Then I realized, these are the people I have to talk to. These are the people I have to have a conversation. I said, chalo, shuru karo. They started and one fellow said, sir, even I have a question. I said, stand up. And to my utter surprise, I realized a week back, he had threatened to behead me on a Facebook. I said, you are the most important fellow, please come here, sit. They had no question on development. They had only question of Sanatan Dharma. You are born to Sanatan Dharma. I said, no, I am born to my mother and father. Check your biologist. 1.5 hours I ripped them out. And I called this man and said, sorry boss, not your day anymore. So this is what we have to be worried about, that what sort of a parliamentarians are we going? And to people of Tharoor, see, I don't sit on the fence. Yes, I have come to talk on behalf of Shashi. I am not on the fence because sometimes I don't have to be on the fence. Because I've not come for a Congress party, but I've come for Shashi Tharoor because he is one of the most wonderful statesmen we have had. A statesman for the last 10 years who has took the brunt of this Rajeev and stood strong. A statesman who talks for the country. A statesman where international politicians listen to. We need to understand, are we going to let him go for this crook, for this liar who has suddenly come? I saw a poster, Rajavu behind and this man is in front. Rajavu is not behind him, he is the shadow of the Rajavu. Because Rajavu wants such MPs who will entertain him. ആ രാജാവിന്റെ ആസ്ഥാനത്തിൽ വിദൂഷകർ. He wants comedians to make fool of us people. A prime minister or Raja who calls seculars, left-leaning people, urban Naxals. Is Kerala ready to choose one of his comedian? Do you think he will rule? Think about it. And I want every youngsters, every person in Thiruvananthapuram and Kerala discuss that will two seculars fight this man? Split your votes and ask him to win? This is not done. In Indian democracy, you don't choose a prime minister. You choose a representative of your constituency who will speak for you. They come together and will choose a leader. Now the narrative has changed. Don't fall trap for this. Please try to understand a parliamentarian, a statesman, or a best spoken Malayali who is the pride of this nation. Don't let him down. Don't let Kerala down. I request you to teach these liars a lesson that they can't fool you. They've fooled you for a decade. Don't let them fool you. I'll talk further after the questions because I think the questionnaire will have another narrative altogether. Yeah? Should we start our questions? Good, because I walked out of Commerce College in the second year because I thought common sense was better. I think all of you have a copy. This is the naked shadow of the Raja, which has gone to the public particular departments, which I'm very sure they will sit on it and they'll not bring it into it. But be aware that these are facts and truths. And I hope you spread this word too, that you will be addressing a media baron who has used media only to promote hatred, only to be partial and only to elevate the Raja. And I'm sure because whenever I've come to Kerala, I've had very strong questions, very open questions, very transparent questions. I understand you don't take side, but at least document and take my version, our version, and people's voice too.
Mr. Prakashraj, do you think that left should not have, given a candidate against Tharoor?
I seriously think they should not have given because the left's candidate, I know him. He's a wonderful person, a very simple person, not a corrupt person, but don't get into the trap. I request things. I'm not against anybody. I'm against this Rajau. You people should not get into the trap and take a choice for the country. Don't vote for a political party. Vote for a person who has stood by you for 10 years. And I say this because I can vouch for the integrity of Mr. Shashi Tharoor. I've always felt that there is a voice, there is a sane voice, there is a learned voice there is a deeper voice, and he is representing me. He is representing my aspirations. A man who is not broken, who is not withered away with this sort of politics, whether it's internal or external. And I think they have made a mistake. This is not the way to fight these guys, because this is how they will come in. You know, who are these guys? You know what they do when they want to rob a village? This Rajavu and this Mr. Rajeev, Chandrasekhar and the gang, the thugs. If they have to rob a village, they'll put fire outside. So all of us will be there and they will silently rob and go. Don't try to do this. They will make two of you fight. It is like one fellow is in a train and there are 5-member gang. Poor fellow is carrying 100 rupees. One of the thief will put the hand in the pocket. The minute the common man catches, the other 4 will call the common man thief. The public will think probably this fellow is the thief. They would have escaped. Please try to read in between lines. Don't get into the trap. What we need is not only good people. We need people with experience, with knowledge, who can represent us, who can voice us. I know some people will be angry with me, but then, being what I am, I don't want to let down the people who love me by being on the fence and being nice to it. I'm not afraid. I should be known that I'm an outspoken person and I speak out outspokenly. Yeah. I like his consistency. He believes that a lie told 100 times will become a truth. But karma will catch back someday. Today's younger generation can Google and find out what he is talking. So when somebody says, I'm doing this, please try to see, has he done it? He comes from a party which promised 100 smart cities for this country in 2015. Please show me 10 of them. He comes and represents a party which says 2 crore job. We are in a situation after 10 years, for 10,000 jobs, there are 50 lakhs people applying. He comes from a party, they said MSP for farmers. Today they are throwing bulldozers. They are putting gas on the farmers. He comes from a party which says we will remove black money. But I ask you, is BJP not spending? Where is the money coming for them to buy MPs and MLAs and topple governments? Where are they getting it? Why are they not talking about it? Why are they not coming clean like other parties that how much bonds they have received? Why are they not saying that tunnel where 41 people died, that contract was given to a person from where they received bonds? Are they not killers? Are they not the parties who took bonds from those medical organizations which supplied wrong medicines and people of this country have died? Are these fellows are not from the party which could not send a helicopter to save our soldiers in spite of Satyapal Malik warning? But they have a helicopter to get a Sengol from Tamil Nadu to get all the Mathadeshas to Delhi? They will talk of what development are they talking? Their development of the possibility of crime. Electoral bond scheme is beyond our imagination. They have developed there. They have developed in their oratory lying skills. They are developed EC, the election commission. You're not supposed to use religion. And you see the home minister, prime minister, everybody holding a Ram's photograph and seeking votes. Isn't it a crime? If an opposition party gives a manifesto, a ruling party has to give another manifesto. You will call it a Muslim League manifesto? Are you interested in menu or manifesto? What is your development? Who are you to say not to eat? What not to eat? What to eat? Don't they come from a party which took selfies from our Olympic medalists and a woman? When they say they have been, disturbed by this, physically disturbed, you're silent. You'll not go to Manipur and you have the audacity to say that I intervened and stopped the Ukraine war. Remember, these are the ones who feed peacocks to pluck the feathers only, to go underwater and not fish votes. I have seen leaders of this country who are hungry for months to bring freedom. We have a leader who goes hungry to build a temple. What is important? They will talk of development. Please ask them what is the development.
So you said that the left shouldn't have fielded a candidate here. But don't you think in that case it would have created a perception that BJP has grown so strong that two of the strongest parties in Kerala have to come together to defeat a party like BJP, which does not have any presence in this
Why
state?
would you stop Shashi Tharoor? What is your problem? What is the ego? Why? Is he a corrupt? Is he a corrupt fellow? Hasn't he stood the test of time for 10 years? No, let us not. Let us not suddenly think egos, our party, your party. No, country is important. Will you throw away 10 years of experience? The footsteps he has made. What do you just throw? What is your problem? Think of the country. We'll think of the states later. We will fight between us later. Let's do our village politics. Why are you letting this fellow in? You fight one another. Why are you together fighting him? Kill him. Let's fight later.
Chandrasekhar calls himself a technocrat who developed microchips, often sharing tea with Steve Jobs and Bill Gates.
His leader calls himself a chai wala as he sold chai. He calls himself as a scientist, cloud theory. He's a scientist. He has got a degree certificate printed in a computer which was not there. Cloud theory. A plus B whole squared. What is this? He will say whatever you want. Have you ever seen a thief calling himself a thief? Have you seen? Let them call. We will call our names, no? Please find out where is it. What is it? He may be technically wonderful to ride a Tharoor bike, a Lamborghini. He may be a very good architect to see how he can park it and hide it from the affidavit. Isn't it? That way he will be tech savvy. We need somebody who will build houses for the poor, who will think of the farmers, who will be transparent. We need our leaders to be transparent. The only person closest to the Raja who is his costumer, do you know that? Rest of us all are behind the barricades. Isn't it funny? He will call himself sir. He will call. I will call myself an astronaut. You will accept. Now he finished one election in a cave. This election is in underwater. Next election he will be in Jupiter.
The Prime Minister has made a